Well then, 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the North American Season 3 Qualifiers. We're into game number 2 here of Epik Gamer versus the Hype Beast City Part 4. Well, right now we're in Part 2 of the game series, up 1-0. Epik Gamer, very convincing first game. We're going to have to see if the Hype can bring it back to bring us to a game number 3. But I'm the FourCourtJester, with me, the L3 IRD. The stream is the word. What are you thinking of this game there, sir?
Man didn't have to open Evelyn, yet didn't pick up the Evelyn. Everything looks almost the same except for Earth Legendary going to be picking up that the Malphite over there. Fear Me actually going to be picking up the Pantheon mid. It's going to be going against Sauce's Cassidon, and actually this is the matchup I actually would have liked to see. And Sauce, I don't know, we'll see if that's going to be happening, but old Season 1 strat, if you want to beat up Cassidon, you just send the 80 Brews over there and just win out the lane personally. I don't think that's actually true, but definitely going to be damage output. It's going to be good for Fear for Me. Bot lane, we do have MF, MF and the Epik versus the Graves and Sona. Again, we have the discussion of Black Cleaver first or Bloodthirster first, but I just digress. I don't really truly care about that.
Did you look at the band, sir?
TSM?
Yeah.
EPK?
I was like, oh, I'm not entirely sure what EPK is actually going to stand for, but Epik Gamer, I guess?
Yeah, it's for Epik.
EPK? Yeah, alright, TSM and EPK, no real bans. It's like, why the hell did they ban Syndra?
Again, it was a remake, so that's why the bands were like that, and they already had it. Wings is going to actually play as popular Rumble, and I actually am excited about that one. I like Wings' Rumble. It's super, super solid. Although, I don't know if it's going to be fitting into his Assassination to kind of catch comp, but with that Equalizer, the big rocket's going to be coming down. That's probably going to be the Tail Slash on top of that Sona play. Up here, Golden Boy, yet again, it's going to be the two Tails on where we're going to go with Epik Gamer. Hype Beast City going to be finishing up. We're going to have the Epik and then the Cho'Gath. A lot of control. I don't know if they can do the whole Black Cleaver into the bullet time on top of the Cho'Gath Rupture this time. We'll see if it actually comes into play in the interim. But game number 2, Hype Beast looking for a chance to win out to try to get to that game number 3. Or is Epik Gamer just going to go finish up?
I think I've seen this comp before, actually. Not the misfortune part, but they have the Cho'Gath Rupture to go into the Malphite Unstoppable Force and Wild Growth on top of that. So that could be a really good initiation for the bullet time. We also got the Grand Skyfall that could be going into that as well, or just the Heartseeker strikes. But, you know, Pantheon and misfortune aside, that's a really up and down strat, and I don't think Cleanse will actually help you out with that as well. Do we even have a Cleanse? We do have a Cleanse on misfortune. No Cleanse here for the Epik Gamers. Instead, Hired Gun Graves going to be rocking that barrier yet again. And once again, you know, barrier showing a lot of strength in this tournament today.
Yeah, barrier, I mean, truthfully, is kind of the outplay, outskill kind of position, but can be used a lot more per se. I mean, yeah, you could cleanse out of 2 of the things. I mean, you can cleanse out of the Rupture, you can cleanse out of a knockup from the Unstoppable Force if you really wanted to. Pantheon's Age of Zonia as well, but truthfully, I don't think Cleanse would be very useful, and that's why Cassidon and Cat are just going to go pretty defensive/offensive. Yeah, I say Barrier's a little bit more offensive because more oftentimes than not, you do see that used in more of a dive situation, either good or bad. So very good utility with Barrier per se. But on top of that, Sauce is still going to be rocking the Ignite, so he's still going to play it really aggressively against a Pantheon who should be really aggressive against Sauce.
Okay, Hype versus Epik scoreboard ready to go, and game number 2 is going to be on its way. Pure Golden Boy should have, I think, done one more attack there and just start charging up that power cord, but lots of flasks going down. Flasks, wards, and potions predominating these early game item pickups. Do we have that longsword start again on Nerf Herder? It's going to be bottom lane. Not that Caitlyn this time, but misfortune. But the longsword start definitely seeing a lot of use again today, both on EU and NA.
Again, AD costs are a little bit down. Boots kind of being nerfed, and that is going to be Pure Golden Boy going to check it into the team. Fearme going to try to get the kill. It's actually going to be Fearme going to fish it off over there. That Ages of Zion, it was not expecting that actually to come out and play. And great job by Epik or Hype City to pick it up right over there for themselves to get that first blood kill.
I really wish I had Pantheon selected there just to see if he actually picked the stun first or if he waited, saw the opportunity, and then picked it, because I do suspect it is that latter. You shouldn't go stun first when you're going up one-on-one in your lane matchup. The spear is definitely more for the harass, but hey, that's a good pickup. Pure Golden Boy gonna do that double lift maneuver where he just kind of face checks and loses out first blood. Good job for Hype City, able to capitalize on that. So now we are going to start off with Epic Gamer a little bit on the back foot. A little bit of a gold lead coming out. In fact, 600 gold lead coming out. Can they bring it back?
Yeah, I would think they'll be okay, but unfortunately for that, there's 2 assists, 1 kill for that, and Fear Me is going to be a little bit even more ahead against this matchup where it doesn't really favor Kassadin, and we're going to see if Sauce can actually take it around, turn it around, and turn it upside down, and make sure that Sauce will be actually alive onto this one. Valkyrie going to be taking out the red buff over here. On turn, we're going to see Cho'Gath actually take off that red buff as well. Interesting little take from both teams. We'll see if Cho'Gath is actually going to invade that blue, especially with that ward being placed into the blue jungle of, the purple jungle / red jungle of that blue buff.
Who do you think picked first, the Kassadin or the Pantheon? Because I'm trying to decide in my mind who should have an upper hand in that.
Kassadin probably picked out first, and then like the 3rd or 4th pick, I think got picked out in the end, and it was just because they could have had the Cho'Gath mid, they could have Legendary, or Fear Me actually play Malphite. I think Fear Me has played Malphite before too, so there you go with that. And here we go, Sauce gonna get taken down. Baby Eater gonna come up from the side, and gonna have to use that flash, and Sauce is just gonna have to get out of dodge before the camera.
Directed camera.
And into sunset.
OP picks coming out, a lot of poke going on top of that. Graves, Nerf Herder, I think he had that double up gone off as well, so Cat gonna have to just pot up. But a lot of flashes are already down 3 minutes into the game. Fortunately, not a kill gonna be on top of Cell, so he should be okay for the mid. But a nice Zonia setup into the Rupture without that level 6 and without that flash could yield some fruit yet. But top lane, Wings of Death against the Legendary. We don't have the scoreboard sorted out, but 11 creeps to the Malphite 9. So Wings taking a little bit of a lead there. We do have a Flask top, but we have Ward top on Wings.
Ward top is just the usual thing that you do see that, well, actually, wow, he doesn't actually have a flash, but again, he's a Manalist, so he doesn't really need it. Fear Me going in, great flash out, going to have to be used up by Wings of Death to get off of there, and Fear Me now just providing so much pressure as a second pseudo kind of jungler right now. Fear Me doing some really good work with that first blood kill. Gonna try to get something else, gonna be picking up that Doran's Blade, gonna keep up getting that advantage even more so for his lane.
So that's now the first blood and 2 attempted more kills, all involving Pantheon. And at the same time, we got Cho'Gath, he's not in his jungle, but he is kind of tending the lane, so it's a good swap there, kind of a Korean style, where you just kind of keep rotating around into the different roles, make sure you maximize out that experience. I have to wonder if we're going to see a really, really aggressive game from Hype in order to try to get back a win into their favor.
They picked a pretty good lanes against lanes kind of notion, so I'm liking what Hype City is going to have at this early go, but if it goes to super late game, or if it even goes to a 30-man game where Epic Gamer is just a little bit ahead, it's just not going to work out, because Miss Fortune's going to fall off a little bit during that mid into late game. Pantheon's going to fall off then mid to the late game as well, and Lulu, Cho'Gath, Malphite, that doesn't sound like damage dealers, so overall, it's going to be really, really dependent on this early game setup. And if Hypebeast can keep it up, they're going to be able to take this game pretty easily. But if they kind of fall out back, or if they kind of fall flat, or they're just not going to be doing anything, Epic Gamer still has a chance, and that's definitely a thing Epic is going to try to keep on going with.
Some picks harass coming down. Cat going to be dropping a little lower than Herder, so he's going to have to back on off. You can see Pure Golden Boy just kind of stepping forward, going to be taking any of those skill shots if he needs to. But bottom lane, they went back and forth pretty decently last round as well. To me, it's all about all the junglers hovering around the mid. We still got that Cho'Gath sitting around. We have some wards in the mid as well, so it's going to be really hard to try to catch these guys off guard. And other than just that one kill, Cat going to drop really low. No flash coming out from Miss Fortune, does not have it. In fact, she just used it.
Unfortunately for that, and we're going to see them back away from it. Wings again, not going to have that flash. It's going to get Feral screened upon. Rupture going to be falling out, but Wings with a great juke, going to get out of there, no problem. Going to use his scrap shield to get away from it. And yeah, I mean, unfortunately for that, we'll see what Mr. Rummel will have to go back upon. Sauce going to end onto Fearme. Fearme is going to go take a little bit of damage back. And this could be a good gank Dandan can be provided in. But unfortunately for not, that means Baby Eater is going to come out and going to go right into mid lane.
Do you feel embarrassed saying Baby Eater so much?
I just say the names. I mean, if it's diddly do and diddly dee, I will diddly do.
The best name I've ever had to do was a game way back when, Captain Boner. Yep, fun times. Either way, 1-0 still, no other kills out on the floor. 300 to 400 gold difference as we got the scoreboard rearranged. Yay, I like that. Wow, look at that Pantheon. 46 creeps and the kill over top of Celsi. That's really impressive.
Truthfully though, Pantheon should be actually pressing up a little bit more. Just given that little time of roaming up top, has actually gotten Sauce actually to a pretty, well, not sizable, like, margin back into it, but I mean definitely a good margin to get back into it. Sauce is doing a really good job over at that mid, and just like GG, Big Fat GG, truthfully Sauce is doing a really good job as AP. Again, noted as one of the best NA AP carries back in before. He's coming back into it. I mean he does play pretty well, and we'll see what'll happen with Sauce onto this Fearme, which is actually a really good lane for Fearme to go against for Sauce.
Now, I can't say really for the same for the top. Wings kind of bullying out that Malphite. Now, Malphite, of course, does have that assist, but he's dropped 18 creeps, despite the fact that he has all that regen. In fact, does look like he did head back to town for a while, and Wings are going to come back with a haunting guise. So, as I said, really famous for that Rumble top. Now, Din, they're in the jungle, still no boots. In fact, he has a machete as well as a flask. Don't really see too many junglers grab a flask this early. Usually they do prefer to either upgrade that to the Spirit Stone or grab themselves boots, but you know, looking a little bare on the items, but of course it is 8 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean 8 minutes, and truthfully, they're in the EU meta, it's a little bit different than NA meta right now, especially how the game's going with how even the teams are. They're just kind of chilling out for now, and therefore they're gonna get in there, and that is gonna be a dead Cat 8, no barrier, and plus on flash. It's gonna be used up, but that's a lot of summoners as well. Barely saving it up alive. Great heal out by the end of it from that Sona, and yeah, we are seeing the Black Cleaver. I just didn't believe it. At least one NA team is going to actually build a Black Cleaver literally as the first item for that misfortune.
And that again, you know, showing us the strength of getting that barrier over top of that cleanse. A cleanse there probably wouldn't have saved your life, but a barrier, you can really do some amazing things with a barrier bait. So kudos right there, Cat 8 using all those summoners. Sometimes we do see people die without those summoners actually being used, but he's been pretty good with it so far. Very indicative of, you know, that pro style of play. Salsi looking for that harass on top of Fearme, as Fearme is going to be heading back. Does still have that Dornblade as well as the boots. Are we going to see an early Cleaver on him, I wonder?
Yeah, Cleaver is definitely the thing Pantheon really excites for. It's going to be building up with the Brutalizer, double Brutalizer all the way pretty much right now. Misfortune going to be building up to a Vampiric Scepter. Not surprising that she is going to get a little bit sustained. Usually you either see a Doran's Blade or a double Doran's Blade or a Vampiric Scepter going to be resustaining on most AD carries for now. And it's also going to be picking up that blue buff over there to be able to do a lot more work. I expect Pantheon is going to be ganked about another minute or so and get that mid gank, and then we're going to see a rotate bottom. I mean, yeah, bottom really needs really big help right now, 64 to 67 on the kill score on the CS, but truthfully, they're both in pretty good situations, and Epik Gamer, for what it was supposed to be with these lane matches being really bad, they made it really solid to make sure that they didn't actually have to lose out too much more onto this game.
Well, Graves might be a little bit behind, but I mean, it was the same situation for Twitch last round as well, but he was able to come back big in the mid game. Suspect it would be something similar here. Really depends on how some of the team matchups and team fights go a little bit later. If we can get that awesome knock-up combination for a full bullet time and Fearme just jabbing people, I mean, yeah, we're going to see Epik Gamer dropping, but if we can elude those, and you know, the individual skill of all the Epik Gamers could probably help mitigate a lot of that damage, then it's just going to go right back on top of Hype. Somebody in the chat was actually saying, though, that they were scrimming last night with Hype, and Hype was walking all over them.
I mean, scrims. I mean, FXO was scrimming against one-trick ponies, and one-trick ponies went 2-0. I mean,
true enough.
Scrims. I mean, they don't. I mean, they count for some things, but again, like TSM and scrims aren't that great either as well sometimes. I mean, they're just trying to practice out what they want to practice out, and if they get countered out, or if the team picks a counter against it and just totally counters it out, you're just going to see this 2-0s and you can't really do too much about it. 100 guys really quickly looking around on the builds. Callus Protector on that Caston. Lots of tankiness, lots of damage output. We did see the equalizer a little bit used up at that top lane, and we do see that gank again. Mendin try to get out on the Firmi, but Firmi is actually way behind. So unfortunately for that, this means that bottom gank is not going to happen. And we're going to see if Firmi is going to get out of there first, but Graves is going to have to settle on his own, and Cat 8 has to carry alone with that pure golden boy on that side.
Oh my god, Firmi is going to be dropping to that. Really nice burst damage coming out of Salsa. I think that was the Ignite as well. Yes, it was. So good kill, good counter. That's going to put a kill on the board as well for Epic Gamer. And I don't know, I mean, that silence, I've played against the Castle mid, it's just really annoying. He's just kind of, he's getting in there with that poke. We're not really seeing too many return spears, which is something that kind of curious about from Firmi. So it's possible that it's an unpracticed matchup, but I don't think he would pick it this late into a tournament if he wasn't confident on it. So we're gonna have to see what Salsa can do with this bottom lane gank using that Void Walk. He is gonna be coming down here, but I guess we had some kind of notice. Don't see a ward in that tri-bush, but of course a summoner icon could be blocking it. Other than that, I guess maybe Cho'Gath saw him. Yeah, okay, there's a ward in the tri-bush. Never mind.
Yeah, but the biggest thing was actually the push up over to the mid lane. They're going to be denied some of the XP. But on top of that, Kaz is not known to actually push up a lane. Definitely one of those things that Epic Gamer wanted to do, at least to alleviate some pressure. Because Pantheon's still going to go rotate, going to go for this Grand Skyfall, probably at bottom. We do see the bullet time come out. Is the Grand Skyfall going to be used up? It's waiting. It's waiting for it, and it's going to come down.
Bam! Right there on top of Cat 8. He did get healed up pretty nicely. Wild Growth going off as well, but I'm not too sure it's going to be enough to keep Firmi alive, and he is not going to take a kill. Yes, he is not going to take a kill as Cat just barely survives that. Mandin coming in with the counter as well, but it does look like Malphite was able to take down Graves. What's Malphite doing down there? Oh, he has teleport. Great. Yeah. So, hey, we'll take one kill for it, but still a 3-for-1. Mandin could be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Cavalry, and now it's going to be Legendary in trouble. Do get that rupture off. A good heal coming out on top of Mandin as well, and that's going to be the 4-for-1 trade. Maybe looking for that delayed ace, but Baby Eater will be A-okay for now.
Yeah, great thing by Sauce. He went straight bottom. He knew that the target was going to be over that bottom lane, especially with Graves and MF really trading off and MF really pushing up to the turret. Once the mana drop came in, there was no way Pantheon was getting out because Sauce was going to be there. And on top of that, Mandin really rotated well. It's a really good teleport actually as well from RF Legendary to come up there, but now Wings is going to have a few more 3 CSs over there. 114 to 115 to 71 CS, almost doubling the score of Mr. Malphite, and it's really, really scary to see. Doubling in the sense that it's pretty high up there.
So if we're dropping that first blood, I mean, we come back to a 5-2 score, taking about a 2,000 gold lead. 2-0-2 on the mid, 2-1-2 on the support. Not exactly where you want the kills, but hey, Pure Golden Boy is going to be able to take that, get himself that Sightstone and an emblem with the health crystal. So we should be seeing an Aegis probably before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, probably Aegis or something else going to be built out with emblem, banner command. But I think the biggest thing that's coming up is that Black Cleaver not actually going to be built up for Misfortune. She went right into the Vamp Scepter. Shouldn't be waiting for a little bit longer, but again, you want to get that Black Cleaver pretty early if you're going to actually go straight into it. You're just going to use the Brutalizer just like how you would use the Urgot with that Brutalizer. That means you're going to be later on your timing for at least a Bloodthirster, and then you're going to be later on your timing on everything else. Sauce going in, Equalizer going down. Our Legendary doesn't have his ultimate up. He's going to have it pretty much right now, but they have to secure that score, kill like right over, and actually RF is not going to use his ultimate off to do that. I mean, that's a smart idea because Sauce with Rift Rock is going to go just secure the kill, no problem.
Well, there was really good timing on the tower kill top lane as well. It did lead into a nice kill. Kind of like how Malphite sort of lost. He kind of did a little bit of a circle. But yeah, if he did throw down that unstoppable force, the Void Walk would have just followed him. So I think saving it, definitely better choice. We'll agree with you on that. Firmi in the mid still. That Brutalizer has himself a Merc Treads now, kind of mitigate some of that lane damage. Bullet time going to land on top of Sona, but doesn't even bring her under half. So I guess just pushing the lane. Now in terms of the creeps, Misfortune is leading Graves, but again, not really that indicative of too much. It's not nearly the big lead that you kind of need for an overwhelming presence.
And this is kind of the fault that I see really of trying to go Black Cleaver first for Misfortune. If you're tied up the lead or you're pretty much even, I mean 124 to 111 on the CS score, there's 3 assists, so technically they are pretty much tied up. You're not really going to get any advantages, and you trying to get this in the lane advantage for just Brutalizer alone, I mean it's good, but you can't, you know, resustain up, so if you can't get that resustain and you have a sustain going against that, then you're going to hope that Brutal time gets down under 50%, then you can double up and win that way. But if you don't get that, then you're just kind of out of luck. And again, Misfortune, not the greatest of mana conservators. Better they just run out as soon as possible.
Remind me if we hit a pause to actually reboot the stream. I've had 2 stutters now, so you're probably about 2 seconds ahead again, which is about our average, as it turns out. So, but yeah, 6-2 right now. Epik still doing really nicely with all the harass, and you know, I'm looking at Misfortune. She has her Brutalizer. Are we going to see that double cleaver combo come out for the bullet time applications?
Possibly, but I would think Bloodthirster would be the smarter choice for Nerf Herder. I mean, he's hurting down on damage. He needs a little bit more, but then again, truthfully, if he gets a good gank right over here, Cat 8 could be in really big trouble. Not going to hit that double up, and Ward's going to be able to see that. Sugar going to go for it. Didn't get the pop up, and that's about it for the team of Hypebeast City number 4.
Yeah, we had the Celerity come out from Pure Golden Boy. Good reaction there. Fear Me still now struggling in the mid, so, you know, if you can survive through the early game damage of a Pantheon, I guess a Cassidy has no problem kind of stomping on top of him. Now, again, top lane, Wings of Death, really, really good on that Rumble. He is now leading 60 creeps, plus the tower, over top of his lane mate, and he has himself a Leandre's, probably before that 17-minute mark. He's had it for a bit.
And Leandre's Torment, and then on top of that, Sork Shoes is just so much magic penetration. Again, the double penetration is going to be really good as a champion, counter champion usage against well, Malphite, especially since he only has Mercury Treads and not really building up for that magic resist. Maybe going to be building up that early Abyssal Scepter, but truthfully, don't think that they're going to help. And Malphite coming in hot. We'll see if it actually gets in there. Does get the flash out, but the Whimsy, great job by Luther getting that down. Here comes RF Legendary, going to try to return this back in. Does have the Supple Force, but does not actually use it up just because Vengeful Maelstrom was going to mitigate mostly all the damage that was going to be brought in from that Malphite.
We did have a bullet time ready to go as well as the Wild Growth, so we might have had a nice little merry-go-round of up, down. But yeah, that's now twice I think that we've seen the teleport not really used to the best of effects. And since he's now not top, that's going to force Cho'Gath to just kind of babysit the top lane. I heard somebody going low. I think it was Fear in the mid, once again getting poked down by Salsi. Salsi doing a really good job with that poke, because as soon as he Void Walks in, gets off that silence, there's nothing that Pantheon can do to actually return damage. So yeah, again, Salsi, really, really good mid mechanics, almost top NA.
Rod of Age is going to be built out, probably going to be Death Cap right after that first Sauce. Sauce 302, probably going to get some more roaming in pretty soon, but again, all you need to really do is just keep up on the farm and make sure that when Mr. Pantheon goes for a man drop, it's going to be a good drop that is going to be taken back from the Mr. Cassidon's back way. Nerf Herder, great job on that cleanse. Maybe either going to be made up with Sauce and 4v3 on this bottom lane. But truthfully, Mandan, what is he doing? Is he just going to tank out the turret? And we're going to see Pantheon come right back into it. So I don't know if that was the smartest of ideas.
Stay life, bro. That's pretty much it, man. Din, maybe a momentary leg, I don't know. Maybe just proving a point that he can just walk right through it. But still, funny stuff out of him. But yeah, Wings of Death still pushing down this top, 4v3 on the bottom. I don't even think that Crescendo actually hit Misfortune. I think it was just more of a reaction cleanse. Do you think that actually hit?
Yeah, if it hit pretty well because they only locked him up and then
it was full health as
I think
well.
It was.
Oh, he went back to town.
Yeah.
Okay, I personally don't think that actually hit, and that was just more of a reaction cleanse. But even if it did, Cleanse was there, no kill on top of the Nerf Hunter. We're just going to stick to a 6-2 score, and Misfortune is going to come back to the Bloodthirster. So we've been seeing this more and more. We get the Brutalizer just for that extra cooldowns on top of her with the armor penetration, go from the Vamp Scepter into the Bloodthirster, then probably another BF item or the Phantom Dancer before we even get that Cleaver. But tower down, 2 towers up now for Epik Gamer, and Mandan able to bring down Nerf Herder down to about half, but she does have potions and of course that Vamp Scepter, so she'll be alright.
In the chat, Mandan doesn't even care. Yeah, Mandan had no support over there at that bottom lane. Nerf Herder could actually just take it down, plus on top of that Pantheon could just drop. But no, everyone's kind of worried that, I mean, maybe didn't see Cassidy for like 5 seconds. It could have been, you know, Cassidy just rotating all the way back. So that was something that Misfortune was worried about. Unfortunately for not, I mean, Type B City is on the defensive, and that is definitely not what you want to be. I get to the assassin like what Sauce has with that Cassidy.
For you know, that assassin, you know, we kind of stalled out on the kills. Haven't really had a death in a while. Now we're past that 20-minute mark, so we do have an Aegis on Sona. She's Forsaken Boots up to the 21-minute mark now, not even tier 1. Same with, I was going to say Malphite, but nope, that's his last item. And for shame, Malphite, you got a teleport and Unstoppable Force and you didn't go home guard. I am disappointed.
I mean, Malphite will be okay, even though he just needs to get in with that Unstoppable Force on a team fight. But then again, we'll see if that actually happens in the play. Double Aegis gonna be in. Is this gonna be triple Aegis again?
Again? Is there something we don't know about that?
City 4?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but they're definitely gonna be trying to build it up again, and I guess it's not nerfs coming into them. I think this is their actual play, and that's what they're gonna be hyping up, truthfully.
Jeez, 64 meg upload. Get out of here, Beamman. 6-2 still. Yeah, the double Aegis, like, other than the double Aegis only affecting the wearers, I can't imagine there's any other advantage over it, let alone a triple Aegis that we saw in last round.
It's there, and we're gonna do it. Unstoppable Force going down, the crescendo going down. We're gonna see this Sauce go obliterate Nerf Hunter. Actually, Caddy gonna be picking up the kill. Our Legendary trying to get away. Did get a great wall grip, but unfortunately not gonna get turned around. Do you see the man drop gonna go down? Gonna get onto Mandan, but Mandan's gonna just flash away from it, and our Legendary is gonna be super low. Mandan going in, no fear, onto Fear Me. Gonna be able to get the pick kill onto it. Great job by Caddy. Now trying to try to get that Quadra. The team is helping them out, but it's actually Pure Golden Boy actually gonna take that kill. Unfortunately for not, scumbag support.
Oh man, Wings of Death still pushing that top with no cares whatsoever. No towers there to impede him, but a 4-for-0 exchange as they keep juggling that tower bottom lane. Really good mechanics coming out from Epik Gamer. They're going to transition to that Dragon. Should be free. We don't even have to worry about a Grand Skyfall because Fear Me did go in with it. And unfortunately, again, just no kills. So that's going to put us up 34 to the 27k. That's a decent difference of 7,500 gold and counting. Wings of Death passing the 200 creep mark. 226 creeps at 23 minutes. He has literally not missed a creep.
Well, that, and he's also just stayed up top the whole time. I don't think he's actually been bot or mid or anything, literally. And he's been pushing up. He already got the second turret. He's going in for the inhibitor turret. Wow, most lanes haven't actually even pushed into mid or bottom. This reminds me of Hotshot GG. Wings of Death just playing up his top lane, making sure that he's good at top and just pressing up the top lane for the whole day, literally for this game.
What? I'm playing on a team? I gotta do stuff? I'm gonna farm. Yeah, farm for 30 minutes, win the game. Good job. He's gonna go on back. He has that penetration, the double pen, as well as the Rabadons, 230 creeps and 1 assist. Again, like we were watching earlier, like right now I'm looking at that Cho'Gath, 0-0-0. My goal is to watch a game where a carry goes 0-0-0 and still wins. Unfortunately, Pharrell Lord didn't do that for me today because he did get that kill at the end, but would have been good.
Yeah, but I don't think this is a winning factor if Venusaur does actually take a 0-0-0 because, well, truthfully, as a jungle, you try to help out the lanes and get good ganks, and unfortunately for now, it was actually Gurmi who's doing the ganks, and, well, Cho'Gath hasn't really done anything else. We do have a damage output coming up pretty soon. Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer versus Bloodthirster, and the unfortunate Brutalizer. Great Whimsy gonna get a lot of damage. Kade gonna be in there. Brutalizer gonna get that damage outbound. bullet time. We're gonna see Sauce come in from behind over the bottom lane. I don't know why I went middle, but we're gonna see what Nerf Herder can do. He actually got his pure golden bullet in his sights, but Sauce coming in. You're gonna use that wall growth and Cat 8's gonna be picked up. You're gonna see Malphite come right back over here. Nerf Herder now gonna try to get down. All the slow from that power cord is pure golden bullet still gonna be alive. Pretty much he's gonna be taken down, but that means Nerf Herder's gonna be turned around. Sauce gonna be picking up that kill. Mandan coming up from the side. It's Sauce gonna be over there, banging on the floor, and it is Robert Legendary going down.
Well, at least they got to kill that round, but a 3-for-1 exchange. We're on the retreat as well in that Cho'Gath because Wings of Death is mercilessly hunting him down. 4-for-1 exchange, and this is going to be, again, just big map pressure coming out from the Epik game. Is Wings going to go right through that tower for Pantheon? I don't think so. Pantheon actually going to be heading on back, but Wings looking like a monster at this point. 101, 237 creeps to his name, 14-3 overall, and it is looking good for a nice 2-0 sweep here for Epik Gamer.
Yeah, unfortunately for that, and Epic's just going to be pushing right over to the middle inhibitor, taking the second middle turret right now. It is Sauce going to be pushing up this bottom turret. It is a Kassadin actually going to beat a turret. That is a surprising factor, and Sauce will be able to finish it up. Congratulations, Sauce. He provided that Kassadin will actually beef up turrets and actually destroy them as well.
He had to get his mana back somehow, right?
That, the W, I never use it because technically...
Nobody ever does.
Does, yeah.
But hey, every auto attack on that tower, his mana went up incrementally. I was watching that, yeah. But yeah, 5 towers to 1. Again, Dragon control really in Epik Gamer's favor. 14-3. The kills are clearly there, and they have been doing some really good juggling in some of these tower dives. Like a lot of that is going in with the Mandan, of course, the Vengeful Maelstrom, and then just kind of rotating in and out, using their mechanics to the best degree. Cat 8 going to come down here, looking for that Infinity Edge. Doesn't quite have it, but he's kept up with the creeps as well. 208, 415. Mandan going in, no fear whatsoever. Fear Me saying, oh man, but there goes the bullet time. Nerf Herder is going to get that wild growth, so it looks like she will be okay for now. Sona going to come in with that heal. Where's the crescendo? Is going to land on 2. Mandan going to get it in there, and it is the gangbang on top of the little Yordle. Fear Me is going to drop as well. Wings of Death now coming in for the double with the equalizer. This is at least an inhibitor, if not the game.
Yeah, inhibitor down is going to be the right call. Probably inhibitor over top lane if they really wanted to. They're going to try to push up and win this game. They're all pretty healthy except for Mandan. Mandan's going to have to use that Vengeful Mushroom, and they're going to see it back away. But it feels like the clicks are going on. If this is GG's, yes it will be. Epik Gamer securing their place in top 8. Going to get that 2-0 victory.
17-3, scrims be damned. EG, sorry, Epik Gamer, can't call him that anymore, was on fire those 2 games. Like, really, really good team synergy. Come on, Wings of Death, you know you don't want to be a sub, bro. You know you want to be in on this.
Why not EG?
Word. We've been doing this way
well,
too
I mean,
long.
it's not actually confirmed, truthfully, right?
Oh, come on. If Slasher said it, it's probably true.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, CLGU are now going to be probably called Evil Geniuses, so that's going to be the new name for CLGU, truthfully, and that's going to be cool seeing streams, hopefully not one song like Huck does, but I mean streams of Wicked with one song all day and every day.
Shuffling every day. 0-1-0 for whoever their top laner was. I don't know. The thing just went away. So I guess we're not going to analyze that. But good game, well played. Epik Gamer showing off a lot of that NA pride. They're going to be right there into the top 8. And let's take a quick look at the brackets, find out who else is in the top 8. Looking at the Salad Bar versus Epik Gamer. That's going to be one of the seeds. Heating up, still looking for their one-trick ponies versus the Motion Gaming 32. But Falafel did get through. Marncats 2-0 against FX Open. Wow. That's a really strong score right there. FX Open, of course, we did see them a little bit earlier. And we don't actually know who is going to be the last 2 teams. They're still kind of going hard. But Young Based God and Dead Nakai Gaming, they're still kind of battling out. And Game Too Hard versus Team Tower Dive TV. So whoever those 2 victors are will be the last set. How do you think your one-trick ponies are doing?
I don't want to say. I mean, yeah, they're friends, but I did say that they possibly lose. And you said FXO won?
FXO got stomped by Marn, apparently.
Yeah. No, that's not surprising. I mean, if one trick ponies is doing some stuff, again, scrims don't matter sometimes, but sometimes scrims do, especially if it's like your first 2 games in there. Wow, 2-0 for FX Open. One trick pony, 1-1. Wow, surprising. And yeah, I might want to catch that up right now, just because it's a lot of the people I used to cast from before. / it's the team I used to know mostly because I casted with Attack Bane for just the usual / Dirt Night gaming before they were all that M&E madness.
On Twitter, on domain news, a tip being thrown at Leaguecraft. Riot Games registers the domain name championshipseriesleague.com. Hey, that's what we're watching! Looks like they're gonna have no domain for it.
Is this supremacy thing ever figured out? Is that like a new...
Who knows? Who knows?